All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. We are looking at a literal mountain of data today about the absolute best faceless YouTube niches to start in 2026. And honestly, the numbers we're seeing are just wild. We've pulled competitive intelligence from over 250,000 videos to figure out exactly how to start a channel that is fundamentally optimized for insanely high average watch time.
Now, you probably think you need to be this super charismatic, high-energy, on-camera personality to make it, right? Like constantly vlogging your every single move. But the data tells a completely different, much more scalable story. Building a faceless media brand is arguably one of the most powerful leverage plays you can make right now, if you know exactly which audience to target.
Just take a look at this massive number, $12.82. That is the actual verified RPM, or revenue per mil, for a completely faceless, highly specific channel category today. In case you're wondering, RPM is just the cash you actually put in your pocket for every 1,000 views after YouTube takes its slice of the pie. To put that into perspective, a standard gaming channel, they might only pull in $3 or $4 per 1,000 views. So how on earth are creators hitting almost $13 without ever stepping in front of a camera? Let's break it down.
Section 1, Faceless Traps to Avoid, the Graveyard.
Okay, before we go digging for gold, we really need to talk about the traps, because the data is super clear here. Like 90% of beginners fall straight into empty niches. They chase these flashy trends that get millions of views, but literally zero actual revenue. You've got the graveyard, which is full of high-risk content that advertisers absolutely despise. And then you have the S-tier niches. Those are the sweet spots. They combine high RPMs with evergreen demand, which naturally builds up that algorithm-pleasing average watch time we are going after. So let's take a closer look at these common demonetization traps. They look incredibly tempting, I know, because they just rack up insane views. But trust me, it's a total mirage. Take those idiots at work fail compilations. They are just flooded with competition and instantly get flagged as repetitious content. Or slowed reverbed music. You're basically doing free volunteer work for the original artist, who is definitely going to hit you with a copyright claim. And those AI superhero mashups or deep sea salvage videos with Optimus Prime, yeah, as funny as they are, you're walking right into massive intellectual property infringement. Major studios do not play around with their IP. Bottom line, these traps will leave you with bottom-of-the-barrel ad rates.
Section 2. The S-tier profit gold mines.
Now, this is where it gets really fun. This is where high audience engagement and premium ad rates perfectly collide. Remember that $12.82 RPM we just talked about? Well, that belongs to completely automatable betrayal and revenge narratives. They just tower over almost everything else. And why? Because the average watch time is spectacular. Viewers get totally hooked on these 8 to 15-minute stories, completely invested in the drama, and that allows creators to slot in multiple ad rolls. English learning podcasts are right behind them at $11.88, mostly driven by huge education platforms paying premium ad rates. And sleep or healing sounds hit $10.92. I mean, those videos can literally be 10 hours long, leading to a massive accumulation of watch time. These S-tier niches are an absolute goldmine because they offer curiosity-driven, highly researched content. Think about Industry Downfall Exposes. You know, those videos detailing exactly how a massive, beloved brand just completely destroyed itself. Those naturally slide into the finance and business categories, drawing in an older demographic that actually has disposable income. Or take Neuroscience and Brain Hacks, where you explain a dopamine detox using really simple animations. Viewers actually take action on this stuff and keep coming back for more. That drastically drives up advertiser CPMs and fundamentally maximizes your channel's average watch time, which, again, is the ultimate goal here. And here's a really cool little side effect. Deep science explainers specifically foster what we like to call the well actually community in the comments section. When you're breaking down complex ideas like habitable exoplanets with a soothing voiceover and some vintage lecture-style visuals, viewers will literally flock to the comments just to correct perceived wrongs, share their own anecdotes, or debate deep philosophies. This intense organic community engagement is like a massive green light to the algorithm, signaling crazy retention value and pushing your videos to an even wider audience.
Section 3, Low Competition Micro-Niches.
Okay, so what if you want to dodge the heavy competition entirely, but you still want to pull in those premium ad rates? The data says you need to go granular with these explosive micro-niches. Getting in early on rapidly expanding, historically underserved demographics gives you a massive long-term advantage. Look at senior health and longevity, for instance. It is seeing 19 times growth, with only about 10,000 competing channels right now. Health insurance companies are paying top dollar to reach that specific audience. Or English-dubbed Chinese dramas. These fill a massive demand gap and require incredibly low production effort. Identifying these gaps before the market totally saturates, that's exactly how you start a winning channel.
Now, I need to pause for a quick but absolutely vital rule if you're stepping into these spaces. Transformation. Whether you're pulling public domain police body cam footage for your family court channel, or you're using historical data for an explainer, you literally have to apply transformation. You cannot just re-upload raw, unedited footage. You have to add your own commentary, map out the data timelines, or provide some unique, fresh context. This doesn't just keep you safe from repetitious content filters so you can actually get paid, but it's the exact secret sauce that keeps viewers hooked, securing that sky-high average watch time.
Section 4. Your blueprint to start.
So how do we actually execute all of this? Let's talk about how to start and what it actually costs. Here is a totally realistic breakdown of your production economics. If you decide you don't want to do every single step yourself, you can easily outsource high-quality, super engaging faceless content without going broke. A heavily researched script, a real professional voice actor, and crisp video editing with motion graphics and stock footage, that's going to run you somewhere between $130 and $300 per video. And look, at a super conservative $10 RPM, your break-even point is just 13,000 to 30,000 views. Anything past that is pure profit.
Listen, the absolute biggest mistake you can make right out of the gate is just blindly copying giant channels. Please don't do that. Instead, the data points to what we call the outlier detection strategy. You want to find videos on much smaller channels that are performing 5 to 10 times above their channel's normal average. Then figure out why it popped off. Was it a crazy new visual format, a trending subtopic, like maybe 529 college savings plans in the personal finance space? Map that success and use it to find related low-competition questions that your target audience is literally begging to have answered. This is the exact mechanic that guarantees the ridiculous watch times we've been aiming for.
So armed with all this real, verified RPM data, you have a massive advantage over all those creators who are just guessing their way through the algorithm. The exact roadmap for building a highly profitable, high-retention faceless channel is sitting right in front of you. The only question is, are you going to stake your claim in a micro niche today? Or are you going to sit back and let someone else steal your watch time?